Director Reflection for May 19th of 2024. Those bloody campaigns. Of 15 general elections held in democracy, only the current one has turned out to be the most peaceful of all. This characteristic marks the epilogue of a model of conflict tinged with blood by violence, death, and repression. To the journalists who cover most of them, we find this advance in civic spirit that is evident today astonishing. I remember that in the 1966 elections, coming out of the fratricidal war of the previous year, none of the candidates who polarized the electorate, Balaguer and Bush, had guarantees of proselytizing. Bush practically did it through radio messages, while Balaguer, in a bold gesture of bravery, defied the threats of an attempt on his life in La Romana. He showed up and sat in the gallery of a residence, exposing himself to those who wanted to physically eliminate him, or at least threatened to do so. In another later campaign in a city in the Northeast, characterized by anti-Balaguerism, Balaguer made a surprising walk in the middle of the street when the roar of some bombs could be heard nearby. One night, during the 1978 campaign, when the opposition was determined to remove him from power after 12 years of rigid exercise, I experienced the surprising episode of a military machine gunning of his caravan. We were walking along a river in Bajo Yuna around 9 at night, on our way to the last rally in the area. From the opposite bank, soldiers from a camp unleashed a hail of gunfire and the caravan stopped abruptly. Our press vehicle was always in third place after that of the candidate Antonio Guzman, following that of his bodyguards. Well-armed men emerged from all the vehicles in the caravan to respond to the attack with no victims. When the shooting stopped, Guzman ignored the advice of his escorts to make the caravan retreat and gave orders to continue towards the end of the route. Another gesture of personal courage, similar to other tests of courage that his opponents have given in other circumstances, including walking under the gunfire of El Bogotazo in Colombia on April 9th of 1948. Before the Bajo Yuna episode, PRD caravans were intercepted and in few cases disorganized by aggressive acts by soldiers who displayed red scarves on the barrels of their rifles. From 1966 to 2020, the campaigns became theaters of war. Political adversaries attacked each other when they met in their caravans, and there were always fatal results. They were the dead of the campaign who people forgot about afterwards. So much so that now, when experiencing a peaceful process, no one imagines how sinister the previous ones were. Thus, through blood and violence, Dominican democracy has been making its way over several decades, which we must celebrate today. For Listín Diario, voiceover and translations by Indira Rodriguez.